As of this morning, 9 a.m. Eastern Time, we're still tracking Cristobal. Now we have winds of 40 miles per hour, moving at 2 miles per hour southeast, and a minimal central pressure of 998 millibars. This is still a rather strong tropical storm, a low-end tropical storm, but a brown ocean effect is keeping that storm alive as we move on. This system is likely to become a tropical depression by 7 a.m. Thursday, so it's 7 a.m. Thursday, so it was supposed to be a depression by now. So it is likely to be a depression by the next update, and then moving in Louisiana at 70 mile per hour or 60 mile per hour winds. It's expected to peak at 70 mile per hour winds, very close to a hurricane. So hurricane category could still be happening. We have another system set to form in the next 5 days. This is where it's currently located, kind of stretching out in the area with those rain been stretching out towards Florida right here. Some models do indicate a potential new system coming out here, but right now it is rather unlikely. Looking at tropical tidbits, tropical tidbits is kind of broken lately, but we'll still get a look at it. So as you can see, the current storm, all right, 998 millibars, it's moving, etc. So the current models now are showing that system really, they already think it's a depression. So they're showing the system being a depression, staying around here, weakening a little bit more before really starting to become a tropical storm again and be in 24 to 36 hours. And then it's going to be getting, models overall think it'll stay around 40 to 50 mile per hour. 413 actually thinks it won't become a tropical storm again, and it's just gonna make landfall as a tropical depression. So we're really gonna have to see how that does go. The models are still keeping the system really with a Louisiana landfall with this. Some models do bring it farther inland, which is where we could potentially see it dissipate if that does happen. But overall, this is the overall track the models are taking right now. So it should really clear up because it's far inland by now. Never expected to go this far inland. At the beginning, it was only expected to loop around and a little bit, and now it's that far inland, so much farther than we ever expected with this system. Looking at satellite imagery of this system, we can see the convection has completely died off in those last little frames. This is the only convection we now have right around the center, kind of here. The low pressure point is around here, so we do have a little bit of convection around that, stretching out towards those other parts of Mexico. But, right now it's completely disorganized and the entire system has really fallen apart. But if we do look at the true color, we can see that maybe it's going to be kind of, we do see that system still having that rotation, etc. And it doesn't look too bad from satellite imagery. Visible high resolution, can't see anything, but see, same thing. It doesn't look too bad at the moment. It just it's getting more and more disorganized at that point. There's no recon mission because it's overland. Recon is not forecast to really go investigate in the system. Now, looking at the potential landfall categories or etc. So we do see that GFS model show a 996 to 997 landfall. And again, like I was predicting yesterday, we're going to be seeing much of the moisture and rain on those Florida side of the system. Some models are indicating this could be a subtropical system with that dry air coming in from the west side and kind of turning the system subtropical, even connecting to a potential warm front with this system. So models are starting to indicate a potential subtropical system. Again, CMC showing the same exact thing. We do have that 998 landfall. And again, we do see that most of the moisture with that system, most of the moisture and rain is going to be seen in Florida with little to no rain around the center. Most of it is going to be seen on the west coast of Florida, which is pretty interesting, to say the least. European model still showing, again, that landfall and, still showing that landfall. In terms of millibars, it's showing a 989 landfall. So it's showing a potential Category 1 landfall with this. So far, the only model still showing a Cat 1 landfall. Icon was previously showing a Category 1 landfall and has now been down to only a 995 to 994 landfall, which would bring it to about a strong tropical storm, which is really what most models are looking at right now, strong tropical storm. NavGem also going with the Category 1 landfall with this system. So Category 1 landfall also with that system, even stronger possibly. So far we do have 2 models showing that potential Category 1 landfall. Now in terms of storm surge, again, we're going to be seeing most of the storm surge with this system. Probably going to be, again, most of the storm surge with this system is going to be on the coast of Florida, with the wind moving counterclockwise, which is going to push all that moisture and really all those high storm surge and waves into the west coast of Florida. And don't get me wrong, we're going to be seeing lots of storm surge in Louisiana, but Louisiana is going to get the wind, and then Florida is going to get the rain. So this is what we're looking at. We also have that potential subtropical system in the subtropic North Atlantic, but I'm going to be talking about that in my tropical discussion later today. But this is what we do have going on at the moment with this system. So it's pretty interesting to say the least, what we've really got going on. But we're just going to have to see how that does develop out in the next couple of days. The 3.4 continues to warm up pretty dramatically at this point, believe it or not. It's almost back to a, normal, I don't know what you call it, but like it's neither La Nina or El Nino. And it could potentially go back to El Nino, but it looks like it's starting to drop again. It just warmed up a little bit, but it's already much too cold. It has already dropped negative 0.6 degrees Celsius, so it's already much too cold to really go up that much. But it did warm up a little bit, so we might not see as strong of a La Nina as previously expected with this system, but still a potential moderate La Nina. But this is what we've got going on. Still very life-threatening wind and rain being seen in Mexico. But this system will continue to move into Louisiana and track somewhat like this. Here's our cone now at Lasty News. This is the potential cone we now have for that system. Potentially keeping it a little bit more to the east. But this is the potential cone for now, and we're looking at a potential Cat 1 landfall, 75 to 80 mile per hour here at Lasty News. I'll have more live streams covering that system as it approaches landfall around Saturday or Sunday. I will be live streaming as it approaches landfall. Thanks for watching.